and welcome back to my channel. Great to see you all back again. And as promised in the last video, I'm here to talk about SSR, which is simple, specific responses to the interview question. So let's get started. So one of the famous questions a lot of students ask me that, Aparna, could you please tell us what is a good response to an interview question? What is that kind of response that an interviewer would actually get impressed by us? And my response is only this: make sure that your answer is specific and it is simple. That's when the life of the interview becomes easy. Follow this video through the end to understand with examples what is the importance of simple, specific responses. So let's concentrate on the S, which is specific responses to the interviews. When I was the HR manager of one of the biggest hotels in Mumbai, on my open day, I used to have actually about 700 to 800 candidates for interviews who used to come. And even on regular days, when there were no open days, I used to easily interview about good 15 to 20 candidates in one single day. Now imagine the plight of an interviewer. I have so many candidates to interview, and the expectation of me from the interviewee is only that I get a specific answer which is as per the evaluation sheet of mine. So ladies and gentlemen, it is so important for you all to be specific when you're answering the questions in order to impress the interviewer. So let me explain this with an example. So for example, the interviewer asks you questions, what has been your biggest accomplishment till now during your industrial training or internship? The interviewee answers, well, yes, ma'am, I've been a part of a very big hotel or a very big organization, and I think one of my biggest achievements has been that I've learned a lot in different parts and different departments. Now, there you go. The follow-up questions from the interview would be, what have you learned? Could you please elaborate? All right. To be honest with you, a lot of times if I do not get the specificity in the one go, I really start to get put off with the interview. So I would recommend you to start being specific. The ideal answer to this question should be, you must say, ma'am, one of my biggest learning and accomplishments during my industrial training or my internship has been that I've learned a lot in all the department, and to be specific, in front office department. There are 4 main learnings that I had in that department. Number 1, I learned to be multitasked. Number 2, I also got a lot of tips on how to delight guests. Number 3, various situation handlings. And number 4 was about learning on the Opera or the computer orientation system that it has. Now that's when you're going to impress the interviewer. That's when you start making a rapport with the interviewer, and now you have actually even narrowed down your interview by telling the interviewer, ask me about these 4 things. It is natural that the interviewer will ask you, all right, do you know Opera? Could you elaborate a little bit on it? Wow, there you go. Because you've already done that so well, it'll be so easy for you now to talk about it. So ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you're specific while answering the questions. Don't be generic, but be specific. So let's concentrate on the second S of the SSR, which is about simple responses. Now, simple responses actually mean not giving a complicated answers or beating around the bush. Make sure it's to the point. As I told you, as interviewers, I have a lot of candidates to interview. That means I have a lot more options other than you. So why not make you as an option to the interviewer by just making sure that your answers are specific and simple. So for example, if an interviewer asks you that, could you tell me why did you join hotel industry? If you choose to answer this question like this by saying, well, I joined the hotel industry because I think I've always got attracted to it, and there's so much of luxury around. There are so many 5-star hotels in the place where I stay. I think it's one of the industries which is doing so well, and it is something which I think I will gain a lot of knowledge in, and that's why I wanted to join hotels. All right, I understand you're attracted with the hotel, but what is your passion and that skill which will actually convince me that I should hire you for my hotel? Or what is that skill, or what is that passion in you that you're really wanting to work in hotels? So ladies and gentlemen, your answers need to be simple and not beating around the bush. So maybe you can say, the reason I chose hotel industry because I have an inbuilt skill of networking. I love speaking to different people from different cultures. I love talking and solving their problem, and I think hotel industry would give me a chance and a platform to display my networking skills very well. now you have actually made an impression to the interviewer. Why? Because now you're not going round and round on that answer. You're only being specific and simple in the answer. And that's it, guys. This is what is required for you to ensure that you make a perfect rapport with the interviewer and, of course, make a very good impression with the interviewer. So this is it, guys. SSR is the key. Simple, specific responses to the interview questions is going to take you definitely to a better level than what you are now. If you have any specific questions to ask in terms of how should you answer a particular question, please comment below in the comment box and I will be very happy to give you a perfect, rather a simple, specific response. And stay tuned to my channel for the next series where I'll be talking about how to give answers to some of the key questions that are asked, especially in the pandemic time. If you're enjoying and finding a lot of value in these videos, please do subscribe to my channel, please do share, and please do like. And I will be waiting for your comments and see you next in my next video. Thank you and take care.